Police in Tamale have intercepted weapons in some parts of the region. Police Public Relations Officer ASP Ebenezer Tete spoke to my colleague Evans Mensah earlier and confirmed they have arrested 7 suspects in connection with the crime.
We have arrested a total of 7 persons in connection with a seizure of 2 AK-47 assault rifles without magazines. We have 2 prime suspects and 5 others in our custody. What happened was that yesterday at a village called Janton Dabuasi near Salaga, these 2 prime suspects, whose names have been given as the names are Mahama Salifu Muftao and Isa Swale. They went to the village and they were spotted with a sack containing these 2 AK-47. The villagers became suspicious. They questioned them. They initially resisted, so they were arrested and taken to the chief's palace. So they searched the sack and found these 2 AK-47 in the sack. During the course of investigation or interrogation at the chief's palace by the chief and the assemblyman of the area, one Idrisu Ibrahim Wumpini, who is aged 60 years and a resident of Lamasbu in Tamale, came to the palace and pleaded with the chief and the assemblyman to free the 2 suspects because he claimed that the 2 were his boys. So he was also quickly arrested. At this point, tension was mounting at the palace. The police in Tamale were quickly informed and they timeously arrived at the village. When they got to the place, they saw 5 others who had come to the place. They were queried by the police. They could not give any tangible reasons why they have come to the place. They were also arrested. So as we speak, all these 7 are in our custody. We are investigating why those arms were found in their possession. But what I can tell you preliminarily, what our investigation is going to do is that one of the prime suspects claims that the other was going to teach him how to fire those weapons. So that's what I can tell you for now. I want to leave the rest for the investigators to conduct a thorough investigation. As I'm speaking to you, we are, following some other leads, so we'll speak more on it to diverging information.
ASP Ebenezer Tete also confirmed that 2 people have been arrested for killing and cutting the body of a woman into pieces.
Woman Agnes Ejay Nanama, who is age 48 years, is a trader at Kumasi. He actually came to the northern region, specifically Wale on the 7th, to collect some goods. He had actually given some money to some people to buy some goods for her. So she came to Tamale to collect the goods. On their arrival, the goods were not ready. So one Mahamadou Isahaku, 22, who is in our custody now, and one Alhassan Mohammed, 50 years old, who were the agents, on realizing that the woman had brought huge sum of money on her, lured this woman into the bush, ostensibly to collect the goods. The 2 killed this woman and cut the body into pieces and left the body in the bush. After that, they came to the house to inform their father, one Isifu, who advised them to keep it secret. So the woman, whose relatives, realizing that after 2 weeks she was not coming back to Kumasi, became alarmed and traced her to Wale. So the 2 who were spotted in the company of the woman on reasonable suspicion were arrested. They were subjected to interrogation. Initially, they claimed that the woman was sick and was receiving treatment at a certain village. Upon persistent probing, they confessed to killing the woman and cutting the body into pieces. These two persons led the police to the location of the decomposed body, and the body was retrieved. As we speak, these two persons are in our custody. We are investigating all the three for murder. We hope to finish our investigation very quickly and also arraign these two persons in court.
The Interior Minister, Mark Woyongo, is calling on Ghanaians to ensure that the country remains peaceful even as we enter an election year. Mr. Mark Woyongo says everything possible must be done to deepen the peace Ghana has enjoyed over the years. In his Christmas message to Ghanaians, he expressed hope the election year will be peaceful.
Well, I can only say that we've had a very peaceful year, and I hope that it's my prayer and hope that next year, even though it's going to be an election year, Ghanaians will continue to cherish peace, live in peace, behave themselves, comport themselves, so that we can continue to be touted as an island of peace in the sub-region. There is no other country we can call our own. It's only Ghana we can call our own. And I don't think that we want to destroy Ghana. Like I've been saying, anytime, let's pray that we do not have any conflict in Ghana. But if we have a serious conflict in Ghana, where are we going? Ask yourself. If you go north, you are going to Burkina Faso, they speak French. Will you be comfortable there? No. If you go west, you are going to Côte d'Ivoire. They speak French. Will you be comfortable there? No. If you go east, you are going to Togo. They speak French. Will you be comfortable there? And if you go south, you are going to the sea. You are going to get drowned. Is that what we want? We have to continue to cherish our peace and work towards peace. And I think that
Mark Woyongo assures the laws of the country will deal drastically with anyone who attempts to disturb the peace of the country.
Anybody who is out there to destroy our country, who is out there to ensure that Ghana goes the way other countries have gone in the area of war and that kind of thing, we should bring that person to book. We can only do this by working together, cooperating with the security agencies. I wish every Ghanaian a very happy Christmas and a prosperous and productive New Year. Good health and long life.
I nearly forgot my last question. Did you know about the Ghanaians or Bunkuru residents who are refugees in Togo? Over 200.
Now, the Ghana Armed Forces has sent home over 400 army recruits who are undergoing training at Shire Hills due to gross misconduct. According to a statement from the Ghana Armed Forces, the cessation of the training at the Army Recruits Training School has become necessary because the recruits, without due authorization, dressed up in their outing attire and had an assembly on the school square. They later marched to the instructors' accommodation, demanding to be sent home because the training was strenuous, a situation the recruits considered as maltreatment. Early this year, Joy News brought you a story of a talented artist serving a jail term in Salem. Alhassan Ouattara was incarcerated for threatening his father. Alhassan, however, got his freedom following a Joy News report on his plight at the Sunyani Central Prisons. While serving his 2-year jail term, Alhassan kept developing his skills as an artist and a painter with the help of prison officers. Now, Alhassan is back in the village, making huge impact with his painting and artworks. Seth Kwame Boateng traced him back to his village for a follow-up.
Enti, what are with me here? Saturday way. I met 26 years old talented artist Alhassan Ouattara in November 2014 at the Sunyani Central Prisons. Shortly after Joy News aired Alhassan's story, close to 10 lawyers came together and filed an appeal on his behalf. His case was recalled and the judge ruled that Alhassan was wrongfully incarcerated, so he was freed. Alhassan has gone back to Sampa, a town in the Brong-Ahafo region of Ghana where he comes from. About 8 months after his release, I set off to look for him. Sampa is about 3 hours drive from the Brong-Ahafo regional capital, Sunyani. We are here at Sampa Kukua in the Brong-Ahafo region. This town shares border with Côte d'Ivoire. That is where Alhassan Ouattara lives. Somewhere in 2014, he was imprisoned at the Sunyani Central Prisons. I chanced on him, I told his story and how he was still drawing even in the prison. This led to his release. We have come a year after to check up on him and see how he's faring and to also know more about his artwork. Alhassan appears to be a local celebrity in this town. It appears people in this town know his daily routine well. Is the house far? Do you know him? Yes. You know him? Who draws? Yes. Where's the house? Is it far? You can show me. You can stand here and show me, oh. And the mango tree.
Yes.
Or where the signboard is.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm directed to where he would be at this time of the day. Immediately, Alhassan sees me. He runs to hug me. He's excited, but also surprised at the visit. Alhassan appears healthier than I found him in the prison. All the skin rashes he bore while in the prison have healed. The heat and the congestion in the cell he slept in the Sunyani prisons was the result of a skin infection. There are still hundreds of people in this prison seriously battling some of these deadly skin diseases. He remembers his journey to freedom.
Since I moved back prison hall number capture me,
After airing the story you did on me while I was in prison, some lawyers came together and filed an appeal for me. They told me they had seen my story on Joy News. They realized I needed help, and at the court, they made a case out of the story they saw on Joy News. The judge really understood my story through that news report and freed me.
After
the harsh prison life, Alhassan is back in the groove, drawing and painting. He has refused to be dormant since his return from the prison, so he takes me to a drinking spot he's painting. Before his incarceration, Alhassan used to paint and design this drinking spot.
The owner of this spot waited for me to return from the prison to do the painting and designing for him. With Christmas approaching, he wants a beautiful artistic work on the walls of the spot to attract customers. I may also get some pocket money through this. He wanted me to also use this to announce my return.
For now, Alhassan does not charge for any of his works. All he needs is for you to provide the paints and the tools needed to execute with a professional touch. From north to south, east and west of the Kukua township, his artwork is conspicuous everywhere. From churches to schools to the police station, Alhassan has something to show to prove that with a little financial support, he can do great things. At the Kukua police station, the Pentecost church, cold stores, some private schools, Alhassan's paintings and artwork are on all of them.
What is it? My body, member, na police station, member, mbe renovate man. The member answer na mbe show we ni na ni crest ni na the logo e ho ni training.
He leads us to the Church of Pentecost, where he painted The entire church building decorated the interior and also designed the Pentecost Church logo and all other sign writings. In one of the private schools here in Kukua, Prince of Peace International School, Alhassan approached the school authorities to give him the chance to paint and do some drawings on the school walls. He was given the all clear and he started. His aim is to use his art to woo children to school. Alhassan's younger brother, Bemo Ouattara, is bent on taking after his brother as an artist, so he moves with him everywhere he goes.
I have decided to be with him everywhere he goes. I'm learning how to do the painting and the drawing. I've learned how to hold the brush and all that. I'm enjoying it.
Alhassan has resumed his former position as the breadwinner of his family. But with no sustainable job or capital to set up his art studio, Alhassan has ventured into farming as well. He agrees to take us there. The farm is quite a distance from his home. We walk through some bushes through to other farms to finally get to his yam farm.
Yeah, This
is what I have decided to do to help my family, since I don't have any money to buy them food. Because of the problem I had with my father, I don't even have a land here, so I am farming on somebody's land. At least, this can help us in a way.
Alhassan says he's forgiven his father who caused this arrest, but the healing process will take time.
News Today takes a break. Shortly, we'll be back with more. You're still watching News Today. Thanks for staying. The health sector in 2015 faced some serious challenges that raised critical issues. Key among them was the doctor strike on their conditions of service. As the year draws to a close, we ask, what can we do to better the sector? Dr. Gabriel Benakuya, who is the national chair of the Coalition of NGOs in Health, reviews the sector and suggests the way forward.
On the performance of how the various ministries and sectors and government deal with the issue, I will say to the point of the coalition point of view that we have not been very, very appreciative of the fact that certain processes and pronouncements by certain key government officials have been made instead of taking strategic measures to address the issue once civil society raised them. So moving into 2016, we do not think that such process should be rolled over into 2016 because, one, universal access to health is a human right. And so any person who is contributing to the health reform of the country ought to see this universal principle so that they can work assiduously to ensure that people who are supposed to enjoy health services really enjoy it and they really have access and it is affordable and it's also within the standard that the UN Convention has.
Dr. Benakuya also made suggestions on how to improve the National Health Insurance Scheme.
We have learned from what is happening now, especially having participated in some of the national stakeholder review meetings, health summits, about the performance of the national health insurance. Nonetheless, they themselves have admitted that, yes, they are not doing well. They are not reaching out to ordinary Ghanaians. They are not improving on their services as people have advocated for. So we want to see a more robust administrative regime in 2016 where, one, they should be able to have a new arrangement, which normally I call the public-private partnership arrangement, to scale out registration for ordinary Ghanaians to have access to insurance scheme or services. That is one. Two, we want to ensure that we will collaborate with National Health Insurance and other anti-corruption bodies to ensure that even the few people who are registered actually get adequate and timely services when they really need health service. Then three, we are going to embark on a national advocacy. In fact, we operate in 201 districts out of the 216. We want to embark on a national advocacy and national monitoring tracking services where we want to find out how the National Health Insurance is actually performing and provide them alternate reports on how they should improve on their services, and where we need to shift, we will actually ensure that we really shift whoever is responsible to really provide the necessary health care services to the ordinary Ghanaian that we represent in the country.
Calm has returned to a suburb of the Nsawam Eduejiri municipality in the eastern region, where a quarry blast killed one and injured several others. Joy News' Latif Idrisu has visited the site and is on the telephone line to give us an update. Hi, Latif.
Hello, Bennett.
Hi, Latif. What are you picking up, a day after this event?
Bennett, it's a very sad story. It's Christmas Day, but the people of Apiapo, that is the name of the community where the sad incident happened, they are not celebrating Christmas because their preparation was blown out, literally as a result of the explosion that happened here 2 days ago. We still have some of them, even though the place is now unsecure for them to stay in, they still live in their homes. And NAGMO officials are showing concern about how the people are not heeding to the, makeshift, place they've made for these people to move in and stay while they look forward to finding lasting solution to the problem as it is. So I have the regional coordinator of NAGMO, the regional coordinator, is here with me. You're welcome to join you, sir.
Thank you, brother.
We still have people living in their home. The place, I'm very sure, is unsafe for them to live in. How concerned is your outfit?
Yeah, we are much concerned, but we tried as much as possible to make sure we move from this danger zone to where we call safe haven. We've created what we call safe haven, that is St. Dominic, St. Martin's Secondary School, and then Catholic CYO. In fact, about 3 days that this thing happened, we have been on them to make sure they move to the place so that we can even assess the situation. And but it's like they prefer living with their relatives and friends.
And that is making your job difficult, one. Two, putting their lives in danger.
Yes.
Can't you do more?
Yeah, the only thing we can do is to continue to maybe dialogue with them.
Yeah, appeal is not working.
Yes, but we can't also, in a way, force them. About almost 1,000 plus displaced people. You can imagine the sort of the magnitude of this thing that we have.
So the safe haven you're talking about, is it enough to contain this 1,000 people you're talking about?
It is more than enough. It is more than enough. But they are not prepared to also go there.
How safe and secured are these places? Because I spoke with one of them. He told me that robbers are now taking advantage of the situation and stealing their properties. Reason why there is no one to move out. Are you making that arrangement so that even if they are in your safe havens, they still have their homes safe?
Yes, I can. You can even testify to that. When you came, the police is here.
And the numbers is what?
It is because they have also decided to stay with their relatives and other things. If they heed to our advice, then we have to also bring what we call maybe police way enforcement to make sure they take care of property that these victims have left.
Let's go back to the quarry site. Two exploded on that very day. We still have some number of, containers there posing serious danger to these people. Not more. What are you doing to get these other containers diffused, if you like?
Yes, we are in touch with the military, the police, and it is their duty. They have the technical expertise. we as NADMO don't have that expertise, so we rely on them. I think we have met since this thing happened, and I'm sure maybe by the close of the weekend, maybe by tomorrow and Sunday, something will be done about it, because it still poses danger to society. As we even stand here, we don't know what might happen. And is this
aren't you dragging your feet on this? Can't you do it in the next, say, hours? Do you have to wait for 2, 3, 4 days before you get it diffused?
With the military, they also have to come in with some sort of, I don't even know how, expertise, and it's by all means take some time. They have cordoned the area, and they've made sure the police is protecting the area. Maybe they have advised that nobody moves in there. So hopefully, let us give ourselves maybe by tomorrow and Sunday, I am sure something fruitful will come out of it.
Would you say you are the NADMO official in this region? This thing was done undercover. If in the night we have long vehicles trooping to the place to offload this dynamite, did they have the permit to operate, to offload dynamite here?
For more indications, they don't have. And that is where I am suggesting that some punitive sanctions. Yes. Because yes, I understand. Even the site is supposed to be a quarry site, but now it's being said, yes, it's not being operational. And
hello, Latif.
The owner has hired it to
hello
a foreign. I don't even know how to even describe them, and they are rather starting this explosive to these places, and it has brought this thing. So I am of the opinion that people or those who matter, those who are in charge, should come in and then make sure the right thing is done. Other than that, we don't know.
Well, that was Ransford Owusu-Boakye, Eastern Regional NADMO Coordinator, and in an interview there with Joy News' Latif Idrisu. Now, how do you celebrate Christmas when you live in abject poverty? Some 6.4 million Ghanaians are not sharing this holiday. They are extremely poor. These are people without access to basic human needs like proper drinking water, food, or places of convenience. Ifwa Akwa Harrison met the Sokpo family at Benkum near Ikuapim Latte and reports life for them is simply about survival.
One day to the next. That is how the Sokpo family lives. They stay in the cracks of Benkum, surrounded by forest, having only each other for company and a makeshift room of aluminium and plastic to lay their heads.
Achu Sokpo. Echi Sokpo.
It would have originally been a family of 8 with 2 sets of twin boys, Portia, the eldest girl, and another boy.
The children died from a curse. It is called Asram here. The children just didn't grow.
The family is barely surviving like this. The twin boys, who are almost 2 years old, were found severely malnourished. 7 months pregnant with her 6th child, Abla Sokpo, according to health workers, is also not receiving optimum nutrition, but she thinks not of herself.
I wish my children had clothes and food to eat so that they will be healthy.
It is a headache for the sole breadwinner, Michida Sokpo, a farmer who lives and works on borrowed land.
I used to be a watchman in a brewery, but the pay was no good, so I decided to quit and become a farmer. I met the landowner here and he asked me to be the caretaker. I regret becoming a farmer. I lost my harvest. If I had money, I'll buy land and build a house and think about putting up a shop to sell. Everything depends on money.
The United Nations lists a number of things to describe extreme poverty. Lack of access to proper housing, for instance, or lack of access to toilet facilities, lack of access to safe drinking water, no access to nutritious food. All things the Sokpo family don't have. I mean, their staple meal is banku and soup, which is not enough nutrition for growing children and a pregnant mother. If not for access to free medical services at the Latte Health Center, the Sokpo family would continue to live in privation. He chanced on the family when Abla took her young twins to the clinic.
This is the food I've been giving to them. It's RUTF, ready-to-use therapeutic food. We use it to treat marasmic kwashiorkor, and this kind of disease. When we came, their weight were 5.0, but now they are 6 going. So it means it's working. 21 months, they are supposed to weigh something like 10 kg going.
The family has been under the radar of the center and social services for a while.
It's more than 3 years back. I went there with my community nurses, and the way they were keeping themselves there, it was not actually the best. We could see that it's just extreme poverty that is putting them in that way. Sometimes you see the place that they lodge, I mean their home, where they call home, it's not good at all. When it rains, in fact, all the children are wet. So first we try as much as we could do. We brought in the Tetakwashi social worker also to help them. But there's no finances for her also to move up and down to do her work. So she also decided to pack back. And since then, we also stopped going there frequently. It was later on we decided to go back this year to see how best they are doing. And the new community nurses that have been posted, they also pick it up to seek for help.
It has been a week since we visited the Sokpo family. I have been thinking about how the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty Program, or LEAP, can help them. This is the government intervention to ease poverty rates in Ghana. So I seek out the Social Welfare Department in Nkwanta North, where Benkum Latte falls under, to find out if the Ministry of Gender has been alerted about the family's plight. The office is closed, but I managed to get the district coordinator on phone, who tells me the LEAP program has just been launched in the eastern region and beneficiaries are yet to be identified. Back to the Sokpo household. It's 2 days to Christmas, and clothes, food and water have been sourced for them. But this is just a temporary measure.
The aim of the interventions are not really to get them out of poverty, but is to be resilient to poverty. What it means is that they should be able to cope within the context of poverty they are finding themselves in. Otherwise, there is so many poor in Ghana, and you cannot take all of them out of poverty. But at least we have to create the environment that within the little that they have, they're able to grow and then grow in a way that does not affect their health and their safety.
The United Nations says global extreme poverty rates have been cut by more than half since the 1990s, but millions of people still live on less than $1.25 a day. People like the Sokpo family. For now, the family has been giving a little lifeline. The Sokpo family is smiling this Christmas. From Benkum Latte Kriapim, Ifo Akwa Harrison, Joy News.
We take a break here. We'll be back with business. You're welcome back now to the latest in business. The Deputy Minister of Finance, Mona Korte, has defended the recent tariff increases implemented by the PURC by saying they are necessary in order for the power distribution companies to cover the production costs. She was speaking during the Christmas Day edition of the Joy FM Super Morning Show and hinted the privatization of the Electricity Company of Ghana in order to end the power crisis once and for all is needed.
In terms of tariff adjustments, I would have preferred that we use the term reliability rather than quality, because it's not so much about the quality of electricity or water, but it's about the reliability of the supply. Now, we all know in this country why now the reliability has slacked. It's because we haven't maintained our equipment well. It's because things have changed with power. We don't get hydro. We have to use fuel and electricity as supply to power those machines. So we all know that certain things have changed. So it's not about quality, but about reliability of supply. If one asks what is realistic in terms of costing, then we are going to be looking at cost recovery. Because for you and for me, whatever we do, by all means, we must cover our costs and perhaps a little margin for the effort. So that's one thing we need to look at. In the developed world, it is residential that supports industry in terms of power provision and payments. So they don't look at industry working so that residential can have power. It's rather that residential pays so that industry can be there, so you can have a job to go to.
The Deputy Minister was also confident that Ghana would move from a lower-income country to a medium-income country by 2017.
Is not going out of power, because you're going to see all the positive things that will come out of all the hard work that we've done. At the Ministry of Finance, Honorable Setekpe has made sure that we've cleaned house, we have the systems and structures in place to bring our debt down, to improve revenue, to keep expenditure down, and therefore our deficit is going to go down. So economically, we are going to become strong, and then even on the monetary side, let's all work towards keeping our exchange rate where it is, at a reasonable rate that allows us to do more export, less import. So I think this nation is just going from
we hope the
greater
government
to
doesn't
greater
go,
heights.
You hope you don't go out of power.
Actually, hope is not a strategy, so I know that we will not go down.
You don't know.
Chicken has been a major delicacy for Christmas, but the trend is fast changing. Goats and sheep are taking over most homes. While consumers are enjoying the taste of these livestock, business is also booming for the traders, though comparatively this year's business has not been so good.
We want to buy the sheep because we are blessed 2015 and we are healthy. That's why we feel that we should buy a big sheep and kill it and share among our friends and our and share our best among our friends. For the chicken, we feel that it's not enough for all of us. That's why we prefer buying the sheep. It has got more meat and more taste than the chicken.
I think I've been eating chicken since I was like 2 years old. Chicken was the main delicacy for Christmas, but now it seems goat is not my favorite. So yeah, I have chicken in the house, but I think the goat would be good for the barbecue this time around.
I believe my landlord deserves a goat. He's been very good and kind to me. Yes. I just want to let him know I really appreciate living with him.
Slow, but it's good. Half bread is better than not, because when he came, what we think we will not see it like that this year. No, we are losing our customers plenty, but inshallah they are coming one.
That's all for business. Up next is international news.
Christmas to everyone watching Joy News today. From the entire entertainment team, we say God bless you for sticking with us throughout the year. Now that's a message to you from some of your favorite celebrities. This is their Christmas message.
ones out there a Merry Christmas. Wish them, a better year ahead.
We need life to do whatever we do, so you know what I mean. We have to make sure that we keep the life we have, to do the best that we can to keep the life we have. So that's the first advice. And aside that, we should just live life, live long, pray for one another, keep it positive, just cut and go through life, is it?
Songs, more albums, like she said, and more lyrics, and then more singing. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Charlie.
Yeah, I'll just tell my fans to go check out my new song, and the video is out, Dum Drum. Go watch it, and Mr. Moa, Shana Man no Monsan, Uncle Chica, Ube Chica, Fansana Tonchain. But I say, Brunia Bray and Penquin Shanque Shabby, and I mean, come home. Merry Christmas, okay? Tata.
We just want to say God bless you all for all the support that you have given us. Have a great Christmas. Spend a lot of time with your family and loved ones, and don't drink and drive. God bless you.
Just be careful, and then put your faith in God, and make sure that you do your best, but leave everything to God, and then just be very, very careful. Let's all be careful, not just to you, to me, myself, and everybody else. I love you so much, and God bless you.
So without leaving you out, we also gave you the opportunity to wish your loved ones a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to Ghanaian fans of Aya and everyone. We just want to wish you that have a nice holidays and Happy New Year.
I wish all my family members a happy and prosperous New Year. Those in Kwawe, especially my sisters at Nkoko, back at home, don't go crew, my father, GB Asante, then those in Kumasi, all my family members and my friends, then my Shita Dominic Baim, who is here with me. I wish everybody well, especially next year. We expect more from the government.
I wish all my family members, especially my lovely baby, she know herself. And I wish all my friends within multimedia, friends at church, St. Teresa's Catholic Church, and I have a society there called Kokos. I wish everybody there to Merry Christmas.
I want to wish all my friends a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And especially to my mom, Auntie Atani, wherever you are, greetings. And I want to wish my department, the camera guys, Festus, Modestus, Quadison, Boss Alfred, son, Merry Christmas to you, and post-production. I want to wish Eunice Foley, Merry Christmas, to yourself, everyone, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to LSG, my favorite group of the year. It's a WhatsApp group, but hey, we're doing amazing.
My family, Jacka family, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, as well as my friends and then my loved ones too. I love them all, and I wish Multimedia Group of Company to a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I know the year coming, everything will go on well.
That's it for the segment. Have a Merry Christmas. That'll be all for the Christmas edition of News Today. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com. Merry Christmas to you from the entire team and crew members. My name is Benes Abubedu. Take care.